Hey everyone, it's Emilio here, and I'm going to show you really quickly how to get started with our Yak Slack integration. So, first step is going to be installation. You can scroll all the way to the bottom on the sidebar inside of Slack and click the drop down menu that says Apps and then click Add Apps. Here you're free to search for Yak, and in the search results you should see something like this. All you have to do is select it, and then you should see this window pop up inside of Slack. Now that we have the Yak bot added to Slack, all we have to do is link our Yak accounts to the Yak bot. So click Cool, link my account, and it's going to lead you to this page. Once you sign into your Yak account, all you have to do is click Allow so that the Yak bot can have access to the Slack workspace. And then we're done. All we have to do is exit and go back to Slack. Now what you'll see here is the YakBot homepage. The only option here is really a little checkbox that asks if you want to be notified anytime new Yaks come into Slack. I like to keep this on. But the really powerful page is the Messages tab. Here you'll see every single Yak message that is sent into discussions or one-on-ones that you're involved in. The power behind all of this is that it makes every single Yak message that comes in through the Slack integration searchable. So if I wanted to search for a Yak that might have briefly mentioned something about marketing analytics, all I have to do is go to the search bar inside of Slack, type in analytics, and not only will the search results yield results that are Slack messages, but it'll also show Yak messages that have transcriptions, including the keyword analytics. And then this third tab is the About section. Really, it's just for configuration and going to the app homepage, which will send you to yak.com. Just a little description here. Now let's dive in on how to actually use the Slack Yak integration. So the Slack Yak integration is actually pretty simple. All we have to do to use it is click into a direct message, for example, go into the message box, type in /Yak, and hit enter and send that off. Then you'll see a prompt asking you if you want to do an audio only or an audio plus video. This just means a screen share. Let's do an audio only for Nick. Hey, what's up, Nick? I'm just demonstrating the Yak Slack integration that we have. You can ignore this. Click stop recording. You can add a title. Just ignore this and hit send. And as you saw, the entire process was extremely seamless. It immediately opened up Yak and I can immediately start recording a message. And now as you see here, the messages dropped straight into line with the conversation that I have with Nick so that the context remains wherever Nick feels best listening to my message. Now what about channels? Well, you can definitely use the Yak command inside of channels, but what's interesting is that you can actually link channels to existing Yak discussions. So check this out. So here we're in our super test channel. Now, first things first, just like the last time, all we have to do is type in /Yak command and send that off. And then we're going to be met with a prompt. In order for Yak integration to communicate back to Yak, it has to know which channel it's talking about in the first place. So we have to simply either link an existing channel, which we'll see here in the second option, or if it doesn't exist, all we have to do is click the Create Channel button and it'll automatically create a channel inside of Yak. So that way, in the future, it'll know which Yak channel to initiate the message and which channel to link inside of Slack. So since this channel doesn't exist inside of Yak, let's use the first option. It'll autofill the name according to how we have it inside of Slack. Click Create. And now we've successfully linked the channels to Yak and Slack. Now all we have to do is type in the Yak command once again, send it off, and we're going to be met with the prompt as we saw last time, whether we want to do an audio only or an audio plus video. Let's do audio plus video this time. We can select the screen that we want to record, and just as always, we can do a screen recording, we can pause if we would like, we can add annotations as always, etc. We can resume and stop screen recording, send this off, and if we go to our discussions, we can see that a message was sent over to the super test channel that was created via the Yak Slack integration. And we can also see that inside of Slack, the same message was sent over. So now you guys know how to use the Yak Slack integration. Say that 5 times fast and you're off to being a Yak rockstar. Other than that, I'll see you guys in other videos.